I'm Ashlyn.
And I'm Zach.
And we're traveling A to Z.
This week we're at Williams Lake in Taos, New Mexico.
We're now heading to Taos. Our plan is to spend a few days in Taos and do some winter sports and just see how Taos is in the winter. It's known for their skiing. Unfortunately, we're not skiing this year, but we're gonna go snowshoeing and we're gonna try one of the top snowshoeing routes. We spent the night in Taos because they have a lot more restaurants and a lot of hotels, and now we're driving to Taos Valley Ski Area and we're gonna go snowshoeing from there. That's kind of a jump off site to a lot of different snowshoeing places, and it's about a 40-minute drive from Taos, and so that is where we are heading right now. So it was 14 degrees when we left, so it's a little warmer. We're in like the 20s now. It's still pretty cold, so we're all bundled up and hopefully we don't freeze on this hike. So we made it to Taos Ski Area. It's at 9,200 feet and we're at 10 degrees right now, so it's getting colder. We're going to Williams Lake, which is 2.2 miles. If you keep going, you go to Wheeler Peak, which is 4.2 miles. That is the tallest peak in New Mexico. We're not gonna make it to that because that's over 13,000 feet elevation. But we're gonna try to make it to Williams Lake, which is 11,040 feet elevation and about a little over 1,000 foot elevation gain over 2 miles. So we'll see how far we get. So this is Taos Valley Ski Area. This is where the Lake Williams hike actually starts. This is William Lake's trail. It's above the lift and the lodge. So you go a little bit past the lift and lodge, and then there's a sign that says Williams Lake. Trail is marked with these blue dots, but the trail's really good. There's been a lot of people walking on this, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So pretty. Look at that.
Yeah.
Made it to Wheeler Peak Wilderness, Carson National Forest. We're about almost a mile in. And we're snowshoeing, and we're snowshoeing. Made it to the turnoff. Coming from sea level, you can definitely feel the 11,000 feet elevation right now. Definitely get winded going up the hill, but we're almost there. Made it to Williams Lake at 11,040 feet elevation. That's pretty high. And there's the lake. Yeah, that flat part that has snow on it and ice, yeah, that's the lake. It was a great hike out here. It was really pretty with all the snow. It was about 1.2 miles from the turnoff to either head to Williams Peak or to head to Williams Lake. And that part was downhill. The last mile of the hike though, before you got to that branch, was all uphill. It was probably, oh gosh, 600 feet of elevation gain just in that last mile. It was pretty brutal. So we went about almost 3 hours, 4.12 miles, and 1,043 feet elevation. Pretty good. So after a morning of snowshoeing, we decided we're gonna drive the Enchanted Circle. This is a scenic byway and it's supposed to be the prettiest drive in all of New Mexico. This drive is a circle from Taos all the way around Wheeler Peak at the bottom and is 84 miles total. We are leaving from Taos. We are going to go clockwise. As you drive along the scenic byway, it goes through historic towns, near ski areas, along little streams. And it's supposed to be a beautiful little drive. Right now, as we're going to Cuesta, it's pretty flat, but we will be turning right towards Wheeler Peak in that mountain area soon. Our first stop is to the town of Cuesta. It is around 25 miles to that town, and that is one of the major stops. So Cuesta is supposed to be a cute little historic town, a lot different than all the other towns around the Enchanted Circle because it's not a resort town. You do have a little church that stood from the mid-1800s that you could visit, but it's just a small, quaint town. They're known for their trout fishing during the summer. Cuesta, really small little historic town. Not a lot of stuff here, a few restaurants, coffee shops. Most of them were shut down.
It's a lie. There's some houses here. There's nothing else.
There's not much here. There's a high school. So after you leave the town of Cuesta, the next town is called Red River. It's about 12 miles away from this town. They're supposed to have a big ski resort there. So Red River is considered a hot spot for entertainment. They host the Bluegrass Festival, a Mardi Gras festival in the winter, lots of other lively festivals throughout the year, and it's a hub. It is also supposed to be one of the best places for hiking and biking in this area, and they have a nice ski area. I guess the Red River also has, because it has a lot of streams, has really good whitewater rafting here and zip lines for the family. Once you turn right from Cuesta, the scenery definitely changed. We are now heading up in the mountains. We're here during the winter. It does say it can get icy, so make sure you have four-wheel drive or chains just in case. So far, the road has been great. .650 feet, Red River. Definitely a mountain town. We're now leaving Red River and we're heading to Eagle's Nest. Eagle's Nest is 17 miles away from Red River, and this should be kind of a little over halfway around the Enchanted Circle. So the Enchanted Circle was actually an old route that the Plains Indians and Pueblo Indians took. And they found this because this is the route the buffalo always took. And they called buffalo like the best civil engineers of all time, because the buffaloes will try to find the easiest route. And so the buffalo will go all the way around the whole mountain, Wheeler's Mountain, instead of going up and around, because it's faster and less work. And so that I thought was really interesting. After a time period, the Spanish then came in, and then after that, they made this a real road, and this is now the Enchanted Circle. It's a beautiful drive. So far, we're now heading through the mountains, and it's gorgeous. So the next town we're going to is Eagle's Nest, and it's known to be kind of a western town. If you go down Main Street, it's about a half a mile, and they have apparently a saloon with swinging doors, a lot of antique stores, leather goods, and just a lot of gift shops you can look through. In Eagle's Nest, outside of this city, they have Eagle Nest Lake State Park. That's a huge lake, and I guess it's famous for trout fishing and recreation. activities. It's supposed to be a really cool park and lake to check out.
Eagle's Nest is New Mexico high country. It said it on a sign.
Okay, I can kind of see the Western theme. More so than the Adobe theme.
Oh, it's definitely not Adobe.
Not at all. They call it Western. Oh, here's the saloon.
Ooh, we should go to
The saloon with doors that open.
restaurant.
The little plaza. And that is the city of Eagle's Nest. Or should I say town? I think it's more of a town.
It's definitely.
So Eagle's Nest, it's about a half a mile all the way down to the end of the town. It definitely has a very different vibe. It's not really mountainy, it's not Pueblo style, but it does have kind of a Western theme, which is what they said it was supposed to look like. Kind of neat. Now we're gonna head to Angel Fire. It's right around 10 miles to there. Angel Fire is a mountain town that sits at 8,500 feet above sea level. It has a ski area, so it's supposed to be really great for snowboarding and skiing, and also for hiking and snowshoeing. In the summer, you could ride their lift up, and it's famous for mountain biking, but you could also go golfing. Apparently there's a golf area around there. The chairlift runs all year round, so if you want to take your mountain bike up the lift and mountain bike down the mountain, you could do that, which would be a lot of fun. If you want to ride the chairlift down, you can, or you can even zip line down the mountain. Sounds fun. Looks like a cute little town. From the branch off from Angel's Fire to Taos, it's about 22 miles, and that's kind of the end of the Enchanted Circle. Taos has been around for over 1,000 years with the Taos Pueblo and the Pueblo people. It has Pueblo style architecture throughout, and they have great galleries and restaurants. It is the largest town that is part of the Enchanted Circle. The Taos Inn is on the main street, and it is one of the oldest hotels around in Taos. It's been around since 1936, and I guess they have really good drinks and food. We made it to Taos. This is the end and the beginning of the Enchanted Circle. We made it to the town of Taos. We're gonna head to the Old Town Plaza. So we're currently in the Taos Plaza. They have a lot of galleries and shops, along with a lot of restaurants. Kind of a fun little area to check out when you're in downtown Taos. Currently at Taos City Plaza, and there's a nice little plaza. You could see a little bit about the history of Taos, and that it was established in 1796 by 63 families that made a little village. And then around the plaza, there's a whole bunch of shops you could go to, and also some restaurants. I hope you enjoyed snowshoeing to Wheeler Lake with us and driving the Enchanted Circle. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.